Hello there, 4th graders of Indian Head, Maryland. So, today what we're going to be talking about is what does division tell us? I realize that a few of us are still having some issues with coming up with our own word problems for division because we don't really understand what the operation of division tells us about the world. So, to help with that, I thought I'd give us an example. Today, I have a unique problem for you. I am trying to make a stool. Now, if you've ever seen a stool, if you've ever seen a chair, you know that the legs of these things need to be the same size. In front of me, I have a board, I have a tape measure, and I have a saw. And using these three things, including the saw, the tape measure, and the board, and then using math in my brain, I'm going to be able to figure out how to make 3 equal-sized legs out of this one board. Our first step is to measure the one board. Can anyone make a guess about what the board represents in our word problem today? Alright, our board is exactly 63 inches. Now, if you know what our board represents, you might be ahead of me and already be on your way to solving this word problem. My next step is I need to figure out what is my divisor. How many times am I going to break apart this board? Well, if I'm making a stool, I need to break it apart 3 times. So my divisor is going to be the number of cuts I make. Am I ready to start? No, you're right. The first thing I need to do is I need to figure out how much wood should be in each section of my 3 legs. How am I going to make this into equal parts? Well, the first thing I can do is I can present myself with a division problem. Remember, I said I had 63 inches of board, and I had 3 pieces I wanted to make for the 3 legs of my table. So, considering this, I know that one of these numbers is my divisor. The divisor is the number of cuts I am going to make. The thing I'm going to cut apart is my dividend. My dividend is the thing I'm going to break up. Now that I have these 2 things, I know that I can begin by trying to share out equal parts of those 63 inches into 3 different groups. But remember, I need to keep track of my dividend to make sure I don't give away more than I have. So, the first thing that I would start by trying to get rid of would be the number 20, because I know 3 times 20 is 60, which is less than 63, but is going to get rid of a lot of my square number, my dividend. So I'm going to put 20 into each section. This represents 20 inches of board in each section so far. And once I give away all those 3 20s, I know I've given away 60 inches of my board. And I'm left with 3 more inches to give away. So, next, what do you think I can put into each of my boxes to equally share the parts? So now I get rid of my final 3 inches. I have no more board left to cut and put into any part, and I know my answer is that 21 inches will be in each section of my board. My next step is to measure out 21-inch sections of my board in order to prepare to make my cuts. So I lay out my tape measure, I find 21 inches on my line, and I make a mark. Then, going from that line, I measure another 21 inches. After that, I'm ready to make my 2 cuts in order to turn this board into 3 pieces. Alright, I'm almost done with my first cut. Just let me tell you kids, this is not something you want to get your division wrong with, because sawing is hard. And here we can see 3 nicely equal-sized boards. So, my question to you is, how long are each of these boards? Are they different lengths? Are they the same length? What do you think? So, how long should each of our boards be based on our division problem? Let's check. So here I have my tape measure, and I have one of the boards. I'm going to measure it, and it should come out to be approximately 21 inches. I'm going to try one more of my boards, and that one should also be approximately, and again, it's not going to be exact because saws bite up a little bit of the stuff they chew through. 21 inches. So all 3 of my boards are 21 inches. So from this we can decide and conclude that what division tells us is the size of groups broken up into equal parts. To be really general, what division tells us is the amount of stuff and equal pieces of something that was broken apart. This could be money, this could be days of the week, or it could be a board.